Alright. And when you're hungry, you eat anything you can. Anything. I'm sitting here eating mashed potatoes and mac and cheese wrapped up in a napkin. And I'm ingesting half the napkin. It tastes great. Patch up the holes in my little heart. So, yep, I did just say that. Yeah. It's like, it's doing its own thing. I don't know if I'm growing it out or not. It's growing whether I want it to or not, so I technically... I'm doing what Jet Li, or Bruce Lee, or whoever, I don't even know who it is, on Instagram Reels. He's the martial artist. He goes, "You must flow like water." So, I'm flowing like water. I do think I'm funny. That's probably the funniest thing about me. So I think I'm funny. And tell me about you. If any of you want to. Seriously. I barely know you guys. Sleeve top looks like you work out. Thank you. I appreciate that. My wife's not the jealous type anymore, so that's pretty cool. She's like mad at me. I've never seen that face. I don't even know what to make of it. Am I dead? Am I being murdered tonight? Okay, that's good. Living one more day. No frosties in my face this Thursday. Marriage is prime. Stay married. Go mess with your wife. Go tease her. Go get yourself beat up. Go do it. Don't give up on a marriage. Don't get divorced. Go freaking make it fun. Do whatever you gotta do. If she's sensitive, be nice, but like, if she can handle it, go play Uno. And, I don't know, let her make fun of you, and you pretend to make fun of her and say things that are like not making fun of her. Because if you do, you might like not wake up. Are you camping? No. Cocktail sauce can wait. There, Sweet Baby Ray. Barbecue sauce. You wanna go get more food? Or like not sleep here? What? You knew it wasn't gonna happen. It's not safe. Look at the van. Park by the emergency button. I know what's going on. Hey, let me tell you something. Yo, look at me with my Trump hands. Like, the reason my wife is oblivious to a lot of this is because I make sure she can stay oblivious to it. Like, she doesn't know about it because she doesn't know about it because she doesn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So, I do a good job. I do. And I'm proud of myself for that. But, excuse me. And I also never realized what little confidence most guys have. And I didn't realize how much confidence I have. Like, I always had it. But I never saw it as confidence. I was just like, I thought that's my personality. It's confidence. But like, I always felt so threatened in my relationship until I realized I'm confident. And like, most guys are not. And even today, we were laughing because there's this kid trying so hard to get my wife's attention. I mean, so hard. It was so funny. And is this unbecoming? Is that why you're not laughing? Like, is this unbecoming? Or is this funny? What? You're enjoying the attention? You say go away. Guys, she wants me to go away. My wife wants me to go away. Do you want me to go away? She's like, I changed my mind. Yeah, they change their mind a lot too. I go to shut down, they're like, no, 40 more minutes. They say 5, but then they're like, how do we keep him forever? Into the abyss. How do we consume him into the abyss? He shall be ours, our precious. I'm your precious, huh? What are you gonna do about that? That's a little uncomfortable. You know what else is uncomfortable? Freaking weird people. I've gotten so mean. I've gotten so mean. And it's not who I am. Like, that's what I can't figure out, because I'm like, being mean, it is so effective at keeping people that you don't want in your environment anyway away from you. But then it creates that social perception that you are a mean person, and it's not the same. But preferably, I do prefer being a mean person that keeps decent people around me than people liking me. I do. Because it's so taxing to have people around you that suck, for lack of a better term. It sucks to suck. So, it's better to keep them at a distance when you have to. Whatever it takes. And I would say I miss out on a lot of friends by that, but I don't, because they weren't really my friends anyway, so it's better to keep them away. Napkin. That was pretty good. You look really good. Your tan looks incredible. Honey, am I embarrassing you? You hear me? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so if that embarrasses you, you're telling me that's always... Shrug my shoulders, move on with the day. I am going to go ahead and put this honey mustard in with the barbecue. I'm going to lick that right out of the cup. I'm going to do that. Yo, live stream gets me so hyped. Can I help you? I'll make sure Dad's pulling out. Because when Dad doesn't pull out, babies show up. Could I get a sign of life? Like, are any of you currently activated? Because if not, I'm going to take a drive and move on with my night. If you are here, then we'll hang out for a little bit longer. And let me tell you, some people are such pussies. Oops, excuse my language. Some people are such losers, they will literally go out of their way to try and get you to pay attention to them. And I mean like full-grown adults. Hi, Jim. I'm not even kidding you. Maybe some of you do experience this, maybe you don't, but not even kidding you. I'm a 26-year-old, like, nobody. And kid you not, me doing me in public, like, people are like freaking get weird and obsessed. And it's so creepy. It's so freaking creepy because these are full grown ass people doing their own life and do. Robert says spaced out. That's okay. I'm like, my voice gets ASMR and I start talking about nothing, so that's okay. But like, they're full grown ass adults living their own life, but somehow they have time to like bother me. And I mean, it is literally mostly about in their own life they don't get enough attention, and like they want my attention, and it's really freaking weird. And I thought that this would stop at the internet, but in the beginning, what do? It depends. There's so many things that different. It's the reason I know that that's what it is it's personality dependent. Like who the person is that is behaving in this specifically odd way is like there's patterns to it. Like it's so freaking weird. And it used to be on the internet, and like that was it. But as I'm growing and things are changing and the platform's going further and our lives are going further, it's like permeating the real life space. And there was a period of time where I really thought it was fans and haters that were like in real life stalking me or this or that. And it does happen time to time. And I have been able to differentiate between when that's happening, when it's the police, or when it's like a random person, at least for the most part. And yes, those three categories. And if there are more, I'm spaced out to them currently. But it's weird. It's so freaking weird. And I was so freaking paranoid in the beginning because I was like, why are all these people following me? Why this or why that? And they were, and that's for real. And like, I'm realizing it mostly has to do with standing out and being different. And whether it's simply being homeless, or whether it's social media, or whether it's having an outgoing personality, like people are gonna gravitate to you, and they're gonna be like, kind of treat you like a zoo animal because they're half, so they know what's going on. So if they know you, that person's not slow. They're like doing whatever they're doing. But if you seriously have someone that's like in the middle of their day and they derp, DERP, if you don't know what that is, like derp. Hey, Joey Boots. If they derp out of their day and they're like, and to look at you and totally stop everything they're doing to pay attention to you, then that is somebody that you need to run from immediately and run very far from, because oftentimes those are the people that think they're super smart and like they got it all figured out. So on top of that, they don't know what's going on. They're distracted from their own day by someone they don't even know. And then on top of that, they like, did I mention they think they got it all figured out? So they're like super dangerous. Like they're the most dangerous people. And oftentimes in society, they're considered the most stable, normal people. But that's because they provide to the economy. And so we pretend that they're not clinically insane in return for that. And I have learned that, is that there are people out there that are clinically insane and like operate in regular society because they make money. And well, if they stop making money, then we can put them away. But until they stop making money, we can pretend like they're healthy. I think they're a little jelly. It's a possibility. What I know is that they're not healthy. What I know is that I am now seeing people that are regular, and this is post-COVID. I will blame COVID and TikTok. I will blame social media. That a lot of these videos are so wild, okay? And I only started getting into it is that there's a lot of those videos out there that are like made to freak people out. And the generation of the Gen Xers, they had the horror movies, they had Psycho, they had all that. And that was enough to freak you guys out a little bit. But if you open up TikTok, it is made to change the way you think. And not only that, but then you take the way it works mixed with the content it shows you, and you got a beat cop that's been doing his job for 15 years, terrified of a 26-year-old white boy who's like not like, I mean, look at me. Do I look dangerous in any way? No. Do I look violent? Yeah. Do I look defensive? Yeah. Okay. But not the reactions I do get from time to time. And those reactions are of immense fear. Like the look on their face isn't deer in headlights. It's like you're about to like tear out my heart and eat it with your hands. Like it's not normal. And in the past, when I was homeless, like before I made my success, and then I'm here, in the beginning, every now and again I'd have an interaction, but those interactions were kind of like, are you like okay? you know, are you not bothering anybody? And are you also semi-normal and doing your own thing? Yes? Okay, cool. Now it's like, well, watch TikTok. That can be a reference point. The other half of TikTok will tell you how things are. Um, but what TikTok won't tell you is something you can't find out unless you go out your front door and start dealing with people again, is that nothing has really changed all that much except people's attitudes. Like there is defensiveness from the internet, and there's a lot more of that kind of violence and a lot more of that kind of behavior, but it's an escalation of the same thing. Whereas there's a lot of people that are in their mind believing that like zombies are walking the earth and dragons have found their way out of their holes, and like, you know, it's Armageddon. And no offense, but it sure doesn't look like Armageddon. I think we're kind of coming out of our internet conniption and our fear of dying, and realizing that we still have our life, and you know, things are mostly normal, and it's gonna be all right. And when I say it's gonna be all right, the phrase "it's gonna be all right" is so dangerous. It's like, from my, now this is my viewpoint, all right. So I'm gonna preach a little bit. If you, I recommend telling yourself you are okay. And when I say that, I mean if you are okay. If you are not okay, don't tell yourself that. But if you know that for all intents and purposes you're all right, don't tell yourself you're gonna be all right, because you're mostly compensating, more than likely, for the people around you that are not okay. And they will try to project that onto you. And like, push that off. Push that off. And due to COVID and due to the internet, you may lose friends. It's possible. You may lose friends. But if your buddy Joe is sucked into TikTok and he can't remember reality, and you try to tell him that and he chases after you with a butcher knife, I think it's time to cut off that relationship. And I know I'm exaggerating a little bit, but words can be as sharp as a knife. So you catch my drift. All right. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, and I'm right back. You good? You got your radio? That's mine. Oh, you are wonderful. All right. BRB. Stay away from my wife. She's properly trained, and you will not have eyeballs if you mess with her. Let you know.
Hi, Beams. Such high Beams.
Those are not regular high beams. Those are Olympic jumper high beams. Those are 6-foot high beams. They go, whoo! They're so high. They're so high. They're not low beams. I can tell you they are not low beams. I could show you, but then I'd have to kill you. Meh. TikTok. Oh, sweet. I'm glad you left it on. TikTok had my friend's son convinced that an asteroid was going to end the world back in April. Yo, have to admit, every now and again, I do find my way to a conspiracy TikTok. I do. Little awkward, but, yeah, I'm pretty sure last night I saved one where the guy was like, on this date something's gonna happen, and I'm like, bet. Show me the way, sir. Cat Boocher, Beamar. I tried to wave at you, it didn't work. I'm gonna give you a hug, Cat. Like, I'm gonna give you a hug bigger than any hug you've ever received. Like, even your mother. I'm gonna give you a bigger hug than your own mom ever gave you. And if your mom didn't give you a hug, well, guess what? I'm gonna get a Ouija board. And I'm gonna figure out how to find a spirit that is made to give hugs. You know, like a succubus, but made for hugs. And I'm gonna let it embody my soul. And then when I'm possessed, I'm gonna give you a hug better than anything you possibly imagine. Okay, over now. Too far. It's my middle name. You in my podcast. You in the dead zone. Sorry, sir. Hope everyone in the chat is doing well today. Hope you're doing good at the gym boost. Good, sorry, Joey. I'm good, Joey. How you doing? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, gotta admit. So, like, this community is most definitely the community of misfits. Like, we are the group that would be the outcasts if there were such thing as outcasts. But thank God, there's like us. So we're like our own group. Like, could we identify as a minority? You know, like, could we come up with a name for our group, and then we can try to register it with the U.S. government as